Yo, what's up, crazies? It's me, CrazyNoc, back at you with another video. Please consider subscribing. I know you hate the people who say, wow, this guy's asking for people to subscribe to his channel before he's even offered the content, offered the juice, the nectarine, the sweet. Well, I'm asking you to come back if you enjoy. This is what we know so far, you know? What do we know so far? There's some information that I just wanted to share that you probably know, but you may not. Some old news, some not very new news, but it's just all the, compiling the information of what we know so far, and then you can make your own opinions, you speculate your own words. You know, if you're like me and you love Multiversus, we all just want to hear any ounce of information. Even if we've heard the info like 30 times in a row. You think about like sex, right? You think you just do it once and you're done. You know, sex. I've already done that. I've already done that. It's boring. No, it's the same thing. Multiversus is like sex. You know, the Multiversus trailer, when that drops, it's gonna be, I want to listen to that over and over. The whole purpose of making this video is to get people excited for Multiversus, to get people hyped, because that's all I am for the game, is super fucking excited, and I just want it. I want it. It's like waiting for Christmas for the first time, 30 minutes into my intro and I haven't even given you any news. Fucking. We guarantee know that the game is coming out this year,
as we prepare for the launch of Multiversus, which we're targeting for early 2024.
You know, all those people, oh, is it coming back? Oh, it's dead. Oh, it's never coming back. Oh, it's trash. Oh. How about you do some fucking research? You really care enough about the game to shit on the game constantly and comment on people's videos that you hate it so much, then how about you do some research and learn? Okay, all right. I'm sorry, I'm getting heated. Let's hydrate. Oh, wow, that was a good swallow session. They tweeted out in December saying like, hey, we appreciate the community, we love you, ha ha ha, in like 30 different ways. And then they said, oh, in the coming months we'll have some information. So that kind of, adds on to, we're going to be getting Multiversus this year very soon. Oh my god, everyone's clenching their butt cheeks as hard as they can. I also wanted to mention how many employees Player First Games actually have. I don't have the actual information on what employees they did have. I can tell you it was between 10 and like 20 employees when the open beta was going on. If you go scroll down, the company says 11 to 50 employees. Let me zoom in here. Let me enhance. I don't know why it says that, because 78 associated members. What does that mean? LinkedIn members who have listed Player First Games as their current workplace on their profile. And that alone tells me great things, that they're going to get a lot more progress done when, more people are working on the game. That makes sense, right? It makes sense. Why am I asking the question if it makes sense? You crazies are smart. You understand. Do you understand, Trump, what I'm telling you, that there could be over 70 employees?
Not even a little bit. Not even.
Yeah, he's fucking stupid. Holy shit. Do you understand, Jeff? I probably brought this guy up a couple times in my videos because I'm really the only person I'm aware of that he actually competed in EVO and beat EVO when they did Multiversus for the first time at EVO. He is now on as a community manager for Player First Games, but he did win EVO Multiversus. So my point in telling you is they actually have like a pro game, or someone who at least understands fighting games as a whole. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm sure the development team knows what fighting games are, but to actually have a player on board to have a different perspective is very good as well. As well as Ajax, I don't think he's a pro player, but I'm sure he's a gamer, but he's a caster for Multiversus. I don't know his history in like playing the games, but he's a game analyst. He's the guy who makes sure that the game is fun. Same with like the quality assurance testers. I think there's just lots of good signs that the game's going to be good. Also wanted to mention, in the Multiversus shutdown trailer, they announced a bunch of things that I think a lot of people don't even realize. A lot of you might, but like I said, a lot of you already know this information. But we're going over it. We're going over it. Said they are going to make matchmaking and /netcode improvements,
along with an updated netcode and more matchmaking improvements.
Word for word, man. He literally says that, so they know. They know. All these people saying, oh, I just hope that the servers are better. I hope the netcode is better. I hope my characters are going to be added. Go! Guys, hello. That's obvious. That's like one of the few obvious things that they're going to add, fix. That is like a no-brainer.
specifically the content cadence of new characters, maps, and modes.
We need to think outside the box and tell them things that they probably aren't thinking of, as well as the progression on the battle pass.
We'll also be reworking the progression system based on your feedback.
Also wanted to tell you guys that it is very likely that the Unreal Engine 5 is going to be the new engine for Multiversus. Holy shit, that clip, by the way. Oh my god, look at that. Oh my god. I didn't realize I freaking got him so good there. The Unreal Engine 5 job listing for UI designer. I think there's other jobs as well. I couldn't really find them. At the very bottom it says, work closely with engineers and designers to implement game-ready visuals and various assets in Unreal Engine 5. Why else would you need that unless they're changing the whole engine? So as you can see, it's in Unreal Engine 4 right now. And what I've heard, it's not just like, oh, let me just change one thing. Let me copy and paste Unreal Engine 4 into Unreal Engine 5. I think it's a lot different. I feel like you wouldn't have things Unreal Engine 4 partly and then Unreal Engine 5 with some things, you know, like that doesn't make sense. So it's pretty likely Unreal Engine 5 new engine. That's gonna be so insane. Just imagine Superman and his freaking super cock, super underpants. It's gonna be absolutely mind blowing. I don't think I can even play the game because I'm getting so fucking distracted about his underpants. Wonder Woman, Harley, my good, wow, she can hammer me anytime if you know what I'm saying. Also wanted to go into the McDonald's promo. I mean, that's pretty recent. I guarantee you most of you have heard of it, so I'll just glaze over it, and that's just a nice creamy glaze over it. Long story short, basically is the McDonald's showing up here and there, and what I've heard specifically, a place in Belgium, like McDonald's were coming up with these freaking Multiversus tins with like cards and a Happy Meal and all this stuff that was coming up, but there was no announcement from Warner Brothers. There was no announcement from Player First Games on this. In my eyes, it was a test to see if it was working. It was something for the open beta that didn't really work out. We don't know. It's really just mind-boggling. What does this mean? It means that they're still looking into the future and hopefully the marketing of Multiversus. Another thing I forgot to mention was the database showed on SteamDB that there were going to be Asian languages being added. So that gives a huge sign that the servers are going to be almost like global. I also wanted to mention that there is possible third-party licensing going to be had in Multiverse. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? We're going to get Chicken Little. We're going to get freaking Gail Lewis, Walmart employee. This is probably known as well. They've just said that anything's possible and clearly stated that they would have called the game, oh, Warner Brothers Brawlers or something if they were only going to use those characters. Now, do I think it's likely that they're going to add characters this year or maybe even next year? Probably not. Do you know how many characters there are in Warner Brothers? An absolute insane amount! An insane amount. There's an insane amount of copium! Where's the fucking game? Oh my goodness. Wait till the end because we got some juice. With that said, we do have some basically guaranteed characters to be in Multiversus. I mean, there's Joker. That was the next character to be announced for so long. Like this is going to be the next character that's going to be announced. Joker's going to be in the game soon. There's also pictures of Gandalf being in the game. This has been known as well. Like Morty's Up Special, the spaceship was supposed to be like a Gandalf eagle. And there's actually pictures of him, but I think there's supposedly he's wrong with the licensing. There's probably trouble with that, but I mean they've got to work around with it, work closely, and get it in the game. Also, I think Neo is a pretty good sign because back in a while ago there was possibly information on a Neo banner, like the Matrix banner. It's basically like no confirmation because there's been no news, but you know we can piece together information that you know we're not like I said, we're smart. We can piece together some of that stuff. The last thing that I wanted to talk about was something that you might not know about. EVO is doing their stream on announcing games in the future, like what's going to be at EVO, and like new games can even be announced as well. So that's coming up on Tuesday, February 6th. I will be live streaming that if you're interested, in the description below. To add on top of that, I'm pretty sure Tekken and maybe even Street Fighter were announced at the EVO stream. Multiversus potentially could be there. It's definitely a lot of copium. Oh, yeah, it's definitely gonna be there. It's definitely gonna be there. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Mom, the multiverse is gonna be there. The multiverse is gonna be there.
What the hell? Crazy, did you take the copium again, you sick son of a bitch? You did it, didn't you?
No, I promise I didn't. I promise I didn't, please.
That's fucking it, Crazy. Come here. Time for the injection. Time for the detox injection.
No, please.
You feel better now? You feel better? You got some realistic expectations now? You son of a bitch.
Yes, Multiverses will be there. It won't.
What am I doing? But yeah, it could be there. It could be there. It's possible I'm going to be streaming it. On top of that, there was also a Fortnite survey that wasn't official from Fortnite itself, so, you know, lots of grains of salt here. Usually that sells their future plans of like potential games that could be added into Fortnite, and Multiversus was one of those games listed, so it's just kind of confirming. Yeah, crazy. With all that said, that is going to do it for me, and that's all the news. That's what we know so far. Hopefully, if you're new here and enjoyed and you learned something new, consider subscribing, because we're going to be covering the content of Multiversus, just like I covered. No, I can't say that. I was going to say, just like I covered your mom's back last night. What is wrong with me? That's too far. Yeah, we're not gonna put that in. We're covering Multiversus news so hard you don't even understand. It's here so soon. It's on the tip of our tongue, the tip of our lips, just like other things out there that I'm not gonna mention. And with that, crazies, I love you. I love you. Good night and goodbye. Goodbye, crazies. Goodbye, crazies. Love you. Goodbye. Goodbye.